Hello everyone, this is Void Spirit. I'm here to bring you guys amazing fanfiction that you will surely enjoy. But before we start, please subscribe and like the video for more amazing content.
CH10. Real versus fake. A new day has arrived in the city of Ko and everyone had begun to do their job. Student goes to school while adults goes to work. The same goes for Asia and Rimuru, who arrived at their school a little bit early than usual. Looks like we're the only ones who had been here first, Rimuru said. Well, it's better to be early than be late, right? Asia responded. Well, I guess you're right. No trouble from the other students who always swarm on us whenever we arrive. Do you hate them? Asia asks Rimuru while giving a cute look. Rimuru took a few seconds to reply since he was admiring how cute Asia looked. After a few seconds he replied, No, I don't hate having attention, it's just a pain sometimes. Well, all we can do was bear with it, Asia said while letting out a smile. The two were enjoying their time together and imaginary followers were forming on their background. The two were so distracted from each other that the two didn't notice that Issei was standing next to them. Ahem, sorry to interrupt, but you two are not the only people here, Issei said. The two were surprised since they didn't notice that Issei was next beside them. Since when did you? I've been here for a few minutes now, Rimuru-san. But we didn't notice you, Issei-san, Asia said to Issei. Well, who would notice me when both the two of you are so distracted by each other, Issei replied. The Rimuru and Asia only blush since they both can't argue since it's the truth. After a few more minutes a teacher entered the room and was surprised that Asia, Rimuru, and Issei are already in their classroom, so the teacher asked the three for help moving materials from their faculty to the gymnasium after school hours, which the three accept. Not long after, students one by one started to arrive at the school and school hours started with not much happening. Before the school hours ended, the teacher made an announcement. Alright, before we end, I would like to announce that our faculty had decided to conduct a field trip next week, so everyone be prepared, the teacher announced, and everyone was surprised by this. A field trip, huh? Well, that will be fun, one of the students said, and everyone was now discussing what they should do during the field trip. After school hours have ended, Rimuru and Asia along with Issei are heading towards the gymnasium carrying boxes full of materials. Although Rimuru and Issei was the one who was carrying most of the boxes. I know that you two like to compete, but are you both sure that you both can handle 15 boxes at the same time? Asia asks. Well, this is nothing for me, Asia, but I don't know about Issei, he might have trouble, Rimuru said with a smirk plastered on his face. This is nothing for me, I'm the Red Dragon Emperor after all, Issei replied, and the two looks at each other with blue and red lightning in their eyes. Asia only shakes her head as a sign of giving up, since she knows that ever since the two meet, the two likes to compete with each other. Rimuru, Asia, and Issei were almost at the gymnasium when suddenly the whole surrounding got covered with a red barrier and a loud boom was heard. What was that? Asia asks. I don't know, but I'm sure it's trouble, Rimuru replied. When Rimuru looked at Issei, he saw Issei was about to head towards where the explosion happened. We will come with you, Issei, Rimuru said, and Issei looked at Rimuru and then at Asia and nodded. The three runs until they found the orc members along with Irina and Zenobia fighting a pale man with long black hair and narrow, blood-red eyes. Unlike other fallen angels, he has pointy, elf-like ears. The man also possesses 5 pairs of black wings. He wears a black robe with detailed accessories and purple shoulder pads with gold streaks on the side. Together with the man as his followers, namely, Fried Selzen and Valpyr Galilei. Kahahaha Rias Gremory, I will take your head as a gift to start a new war, the man said while laughing like a maniac. His name is Kokabiel, a Cadre-class fallen angel that survived the Great War, one of the former co-founder of the Grigori. CH11. Real versus Fake 2. This chapter is written by Spirit Rimuru. When Rimuru, Asia, and Issei arrived, they saw Rias along with Irina and Kiba fighting Kokabiel, a Cadre class, along with Fried Selzen. In the midst of a fight between the Gremory peerage and the Cadre class fallen angel Kokabiel and Fried Selzen. One person caught Rimuru's attention, and that is the disgraced Bishop Valpyr Galilei. Rimuru was paying attention to him since he was trying to combine the fragments of the holy sword Excalibur and use them to blow up the city of Kuo. And to start a new war that will lead to the deaths of hundreds of thousands or even millions of innocent people. Rimuru and Asia didn't move but instead, look at the progression of the battle. Well, I thought a Cadre-class fallen angel will be strong. I'm disappointed. You disappointed to right, Asia, Rimuru said in a low voice. Although Rimuru said it in a low voice, it was still loud enough for everyone to hear. Who are you supposed to be? Did one of the demon lords send you to keep me busy until they arrive? So be it, you must be strong since you said those words. Perhaps you will be better entertainment than these weaklings. In response, Rimuru only walks towards Asia and hugs her from behind, and ignoring the speaker. This pretty much shocked everyone since none of them was idiotic enough to ignore a powerful enemy. Rimuru action made the fallen pissed since he was ignored. It seems like you are a scaredy pants too. Devils are all the same nowadays, huh? All I want is a good war. After God died, everyone has been being a bunch of pussies, Kokabiel said with a grain. Everyone was shocked by the sudden revelation that Big G is dead. No, you're laying, Irina said. I'm laying. Why don't you ask Michael if you think that I'm laying, Kokabiel continued. Irina and Zenobia lost their strength on their legs and fall down to the ground. None spoke and only silence dominates the place. Not until a chuckle can be heard, and when everyone looked they saw Rimuru and Asia holding their laugh together. I, puff. Ha 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 ha. Rimuru's laugh made everyone confused, even Kokabiel. What are you two laughing at? Kokabiel asks. Sorry, we didn't mean to laugh, but it's just funny that you guys made a funny expression by just knowing that a single god died, Rimuru said while wiping the tears from his eyes due to him laughing hard. Hey, you two are amusing, and it seems that the death of the Big G is nothing new to the both of you, Kokabiel said. Well, it's as new news for me, but I expected that, Asia said. Hey, aren't you the witch of the church? Fried interrupt. When Rimuru heard what Fried called Asia, his eyes sharpened toward Fried. Seeing that Rimuru and Asia won't take this seriously, Kokabiel decided to attack, sending a light lance towards Asia. Kokabiel expected that Asia will be impaled by the lance, but to his surprise, the opposite happened. Hey, trying to attack the girl that I love, I think you should know the consequence of your action, Rimuru said while holding the lance that is made out of holy energy. I can protect myself, you know, Asia said. Well, even if you can, I can't just sit here and watch, Rimuru replied. That's unexpected, Kokabiel said, but at that moment Valpyr Galilei managed to successfully fuse all of the fragments of the Excalibur. Atlas's its finish, Valpyr said as he handed the sword to Fried. So this is the holy sword Excalibur. I can feel its power surges in my body, Fried said. That's a holy sword Excalibur? Rimuru asks. Indeed, with this, we will be able to kill the Rias Gremory and Sona Satori and destroy this town to start a new war, Kokabiel said while laughing like a maniac. That sword is nothing but a fake, Rimuru said, making everyone look at Rimuru with interest. What do you mean by that? Zenobia asks. It's simple, that sword is a fake since there's no way the holy sword Excalibur was that weak. And besides, I think it's time that I destroy the fake one, Rimuru said as he summons the real Excalibur from his storage. A sword with golden guard and has a blue handle with a gold and blue design appeared in Rimuru's hand with its white blade that symbolized the white sky. The sword that was born from the wish of mankind, a sword created 14,000 years ago by 6 great fairies in Avalon. A weapon created to be used by the planet against external threats and to protect humanity. A sword that is being handed over from century to century now found its way to its new owner. See this? This is the real Excalibur, Rimuru said as he showed the sword that he was holding. The sword was radiating holy energy that makes the fake Excalibur pale in comparison. You little take this, Kokabiel said as he launched multiple light arrows towards Rimuru, but it was countered by a barrage of blue arrows. When they look at where it came from, they saw Asia holding the indestructible bow Gandiva, which is glowing blue in Asia's hand as her hair turned blue. Rimuru, please leave Kokabiel to me, Asia said, and Rimuru only nodded. Rimuru charged toward against Fried and delivered a slash that sends Fried flaying toward the nearby trees. Ah, that hurts. I'll make you pay, Fried said. Hey, then let's see you try, Rimuru said as he and Fried charged forward. ******. Meanwhile, Asia was firing a barrage of arrows toward Kokabiel. Tisk. How dare you, devil, to challenge me? Kokabiel said as he charged toward Asia with a light spear in his right hand. Goodbye, witch, Kokabiel said as he aimed the spear at Asia's chest, but it was blocked by a red sword. Sorry, but I don't think so. Flame pillar, Asia said as a pillar of crimson-red fire engulfed Kokabiel, burning his entire body. But as expected, he didn't go down easily, but his body was full of burnt and he was having a hard time breathing. His black feather was on fire and damaged. Tisk, I'll make you pay, Kokabiel said as sent hundreds of thousands of light arrows toward Asia, but it hit a barrier that Asia created using the Lord of Vows Uriel. What? Kokabiel said with a scared voice. Sorry, but that won't work on me, Asia said. As she charges toward Kokabiel. While Asia and Rimuru are fighting, the Gremory peerage was in shock since the once weak girl that they thought is bearing a Kadri-class fallen angel with ease. But one of them is having an angry expression, and that is Rias. She wants to know how did Asia obtain such powers. But her reaction didn't go unnoticed since Issei noticed her expression and he became angry towards her president that he thought that she was a friend.